starry-eyed fool, aloft, bar lights behind his eyelids, fundamentally alone. The grass was greener on the inside, the surface of heaven on his pink cave eye, breath from a face in his, meaner, with grave and worldly things in mind. He wanted money, cough cough, money for a beer already drank. Jim had a heart that anticipated Ford. His chest was a chassis awaiting combustion, stuck down the river, engineless, penniless, and out of time. With wet legs in that puddle, he was a cowboy. But cows could rustle themselves at this point. They followed the social contract. He couldn't be what he had to be, and neither what he needed. I said you owe me a short bit, partner. Are you deaf, boy? Behind his eyes were what he saw in the stars. Purpose and potential in bodies afar. The angels, demons, and archons of plotted math. Replacing birds and revealing his path. Replacing women well before that. Constellations made incisions in the mega sponge cake of the possible in space, from which an ooze of hateful circumstance bled in time. He opened his eyes and caught sense of the species. Pardon me, Haas, but I got nothing left. We went up with the warning smoke to make clouds, and the barman didn't like that. If only 100 years could go by, the Creole samurai would be free of his code, with a gas pump, plastic bag, or suit and tie, and free of everyone else's. The bar lights blotted out the starlights in his mind. She loved me enough to say it, but perhaps not enough to feel it. The night breathed with possibility. To Marlene, I was nothing but nothing. To the nothing, I was the edge of a something, finding freedom in my acts of inconsistent, inconsiderate chaos, till God caught up with me, and everything went back to its right place. God, through the medium of the sheriff, through his giant law arm, floating through people like Orion's belt and meat. What could be so wrong with that? All part of the game, bro, said the shopkeeper via Western Union telegram. I was outside his store watching horses and wagons and wind chimes and the whole heated plateau with the frontier buzz. Watching bandits pass through town for the next like future Wi-Fi packets, trafficking molecules of country, taking nothing but space in the air. If you weren't like that, a dangerous particle in the middle of nowhere, you were over there, where the dust kicks up a demon and they exercise them at the ground. An expanded pit, an inverse Tower of Babel, where a shovel salesman found the apple of gold. What path lies before me, I want to make myself, and die there. Nobody else to keep the trail alive. What else is this country begging for? I'll make menace then lynch myself if I have to. Marlene set the fuse. I am in love with living. Hey, who told you to loiter? Came a shrillness. A woman in a thin blouse hanging out the window above my head like a cloud. Presumably the husband of the shopkeep and banker of his labors. I tilt my head up, see hers upside down, give her a raspy apology. I'm sorry, ma'am. And her dead teeth didn't move an inch in grimace. She would shed no empathy for me, only vindication, which glistened down from the window like dandruff playing snowflakes or withered petals from an uprooted stem. They landed indifferently on my face, like it was in the way. I moved away from the side of the store into the road, pretending I had a place to go. I have a gun, but it only has 2 bullets. I have teeth and words, and I love lighting fires in people's eyes. I can see how far that gets me. Bullets are expensive, but dinner is always free. I can stretch out on the prairie like a cat, try and reach the cities with teeth and words. I might eat people. We don't have microplastics, we just have sin. My washboard can't clean either. Small shoots of TNT plumed somewhere else. Smoke saplings still whisked their way around her feet and crawled up her legs, hoping to say hello to her brain. Everything around her was making its way there. I have enmity to this thing that keeps me living. Just how wrong am I? A sincere quantitative beckon. She lurches by the Hudson River, an extension of herself, exchanging water with the world. Say hello to the other India, she chimes as the dirty water goes back off, like hair for a bird's nest. She drinks it back up and goes into town to breathe in the fumes of her living. How much wood was left till it was all breathed up? You could just about guarantee to have the next man on you when you touch or take a breath. Some amount, surely, despite its filling up with gunpowder and bad manners and smoke. It's supposed a Chinese alchemist invented gunpowder in 800 AD by accident, while trying to find the secret to eternal life. To this day, birth rates still bloom during wartime. To be sure, the world ain't whimpering yet. Too big. But it can do, after all. The earth is just another animal in the hunt. keeps trying to bury us in the dust. Made death masks of our faces with the wind finding every pore. It seems to be almost knee-deep in places, said Sarah Raymond Herndon, 1860. The world is covering us up, trying to make us go away. If we stood still, it'll all be over. So why do I still feel invaded by myself when that dust chokes me up? Like it'll light on fire if you strike a flame. Like it smells funny. Like it comes from the same place as the gunpowder, and destined for it too. She had a bonnet and a balance between Lord and living. She was a drinking lass. She touched a few too many bits of the future, and in the Sutton powder felt a time where you could cut yourself and bleed the world. She ate cereal out of dust bowls every morning with a fluoride stare, ahead of her time. She shrieks every time she sees a tin shop. Ah, Raymond! She ain't never knew a Raymond, the bitch is crazy. Got the vapors, smelled too many miasmas. The engine, her brain, a timely reference to the newfound train, packed up kaput. She let out some blood to see what was in there, and it enriched that thinning frontier topsoil. She was a widow, and her second husband was unfaithful. Eventually she would kill a dog. The angels love her. Ain't nobody putting a bounty on this heart. It's a lonesome star, a Roman North Star. Who wants my baby Jesus? Lady in the thin blouse, you love me. For the right money, you love me. You ever read about Adam separated into two beings, a man and a woman? They're in love like that. I'm lonely and my riches twitching.